Hi everyone, so welcome back to my channel, welcome if you are new here. My name is Chloe and yes, today you can't actually see my face. I said that really weirdly. There's a good reason for that. As you can tell by the title, I'm actually going to be sharing my updated writing / workspace because I did a video like this a while ago when I had my laptop. Now that I have my desktop, I really just kind of want to show what has changed with a lot of the new equipment that I've got. This is obviously the main attraction of the desk, the monitor obviously, and I will kind of get to this actual space at the top here, but first I kind of just want to tilt the camera down because I want to start from the bottom of my desk. I want to show all of it. I don't want to just show this part of my desk. By the way, this desk I have is actually a custom made desk, so you can't find it anywhere, and it was actually originally a wooden colour, but it was painted white to go with the rest of my furniture. This is the problem with filming on weekends. You just gotta deal with the background noise. As I was saying, this desk is custom made, so you can't find it anywhere. I just thought I would point that out. Let's move you down to kind of show off the rest of my desk. You can kind of see my chair in the corner here. We're just going to ignore that. This is kind of the bottom part of my desk. I've just got my wardrobe over there, which is what you can see down in the corner there. I then kind of have these drawers all down the side. I'm not going to go into detail what these are, but I will just give a brief overview because it's supposed to be a desk tour, and so this kind of area here is beauty stuff. So in this little nook here, this little nook cranny, I don't really know what it is. It's kind of like a shelf type thing between the top of my desk and where the drawers start. I just keep all of my hair stuff in there. It's actually quite deep, so I've got a few boxes at the back, a couple of small boxes, and then these two top drawers are my makeup. You can kind of see makeup, and then the bottom one is more kind of skincare and hair care and body stuff. That's everything that I keep in the drawers. And then moving to the right, I then just have my bin, which I didn't want to take out before filming this video just because I was just it's supposed to be realistic, even though it's not kind of realistic because I did have to wipe everything down before I even filmed this video. So I've just got my bin, which is overflowing, and then I just have a load of cables down there. All of those cables there are kind of ones that I change up because behind my bin I do have my extension cable for everything. So I've got my tower plugged in, my monitor, and then my speakers as well, which I will get to in a bit. And so I have one last plug available, socket, whatever you want to call it, and so I usually change that. It usually gets changed between my camera charger, my Nintendo Switch charger, and also my boyfriend's phone charger, and then my hairdryer as well. We are going into a bit more detail than I thought I would in this video. We've got my tower to the right there, on the very right, and you're probably thinking, doesn't that get really annoying having it on the floor? Yeah, having it on the floor there, yes, it can get quite annoying, especially for people downstairs. It can, when it's on and the fan's going, it kind of people downstairs can hear it, so need to get something to actually put it on. Money at the moment is just, I'm not going to go into that because I don't really talk about money on here, and I don't think I will. And then the tower that I have will be linked down below. It's just like an Acer Aspire one. It is fairly new, I think, because I only got it back in towards the end of June. And then I just have, I don't know how well you can see it, but I do have my external hard drive just balanced on the top of the tower, which is plugged in at the back. And then I have my memory stick in there as well. I just tend to leave them in. It's probably a really bad idea to do that, but I just don't like, you know, taking them out. Well, to be honest, I haven't really needed to. And so that is everything at the bottom here. So we then have like the top part of my desk. As you can see, like I've got these like two, I guess what you would call DVD shelves on the left here. And I quite like having this because it's not like all the way to the end of the desk. So I do have like some space here to like have any paperwork or anything like that, but more often than not I will just move my keyboard if I need to do any like paper related work or anything like that. I will move my keyboard. I think I'm going to go in detail from like left to right. The two shelves on the left, I just kind of have like, I guess what you would call my stationery shelf. I have this Modern Family season 8 like DVD type thing. I've then got my bullet journal, and then kind of like what you would call, I don't know, this is the notebook that I use for like post-production with my YouTube videos, but I'll go into detail more about this in like my notebook collection. I don't know if that video has gone up yet. I then have some pencils in there as well. I don't know how I can see that. Two notebooks which I don't really use, but I keep them there because they're my smallest ones, and so I don't really have anywhere else to put them. And I then obviously have my Thought Park mug, which is quite big. I keep all of my pens in there. And then I do actually have a few bits behind this bit at the front, but I'm not going to go into detail. All I really have is some hand sanitizer and a pencil case of the pens that I use for my bullet journal. And then the shelf above, I then just have skincare in this shelf here, which I could actually have moved like up or down if I really wanted, but I really don't feel it's necessary, and so I just give it at this level because it's like it's perfect where it is. And so I then just have skincare and some more hand sanitizer, and then at the top I just have, you know, my makeup bag, the left speaker because there's like nowhere to put it down actually on my desk, and then I just have this hand sanitizer at the top there as well, but it is starting to run out, so I'm just really glad I've got the other hand sanitizers. Yes, I have a lot. What I do have here is an everything, so that is the left of my desk. I have like the rest of my desk, so this is more like the main attraction that we've got going on here. And so I don't know how well you can see it. At the back here I just have a few guitar bits, got my pot of picks, I have a capo in there as well as chromatic tuner, and then I have another capo out on the side there. I've then got my keyboard with the wrist support, and then behind that, which you can't see, and I'm sorry, but I do just have my two coasters. The reason why I have two coasters now on my desk when I didn't used to is because obviously it's getting like colder now, we're getting into the colder seasons. I've discovered that I like to have a hot and a cold drink on my desk, and before I was just kind of putting either like my second drink on my desk, and it's not good because like this desk, you know, was painted white and I'm trying to maintain that as much as possible, but it's not always easy, not always the case. Then I obviously just have the keyboard. I mean, I guess that probably looks a bit better because you can now see my coasters, sorry, that just looks so much better, don't you think? So I have my keyboard and mouse with my mouse pad with like wrist support. Let's just leave this on as it is, and then you can kind of see just in this gap here, I don't really know what to call it, but I've obviously got my monitor, which is quite big. I quite like it. Everything that I mentioned in this video will be linked down below for you to, you know, check out if you want. With this monitor, I actually got this, I guess what you would call the stand. I don't know, maybe it's called a stand. I think it's called a stand actually. And I just have this gap here where it's usually filled up with a bunch of junk, but I did clear it up for this video. At the moment I just have my webcam in it, so I don't always like to have it up at the top. That is usually filled with like my camera tripod or my camera. Actually, I don't think my camera fits in that gap. Things like hair ties, card protector, things like that. Sometimes even my glasses, that gap there. I love to put things there, and at some point I would love to kind of have my monitor mounted onto the wall so it gives me a bit more desk space, but for right now, you know, I'm fine with it. And I do think that when I do get the monitor mounted on the wall, you know, I will obviously have more desk space. I'd like to think I could, you know, get my keyboard in that space at the back there. You know, if I do ever get my monitor mounted, how many times can I say that? I don't know. And then under my monitor I also just have my mirror, my portable one that I can, you know, fold up and down. Then just have my right speaker, and my speakers will also be linked down below along with everything else that I've mentioned. So my desk space, I spend a lot of time at my desk, which I don't think people realise, because I'm only going to college like twice a week, so I do spend like a lot of hours the rest of the week doing college work at my desk. I do everything at my desk. If I'm not sleeping, you can bet that I'm at my desk. And my desk can get dirty very quickly, so I'm constantly cleaning it because, you know, I'm constantly at it. I really like having this space. I like the fact that I'm able to have a setup like this, because, you know, if it wasn't for the money I've been saving over the past few years, I would have never been able to get this. Yes, I got this with like the majority of my own money. Like I had some money because like I got this like whole new setup, not everything, around my birthday this year, so I did get some money towards it from family. I'm really happy with this space, which is probably a good thing because of the amount of time I do spend here. And then I guess the last thing I will mention is down the side over there I do have like this like paper thingy. I don't use it, it's just this weekly planner that I don't use, but there have been occasions where I will use it for like little things or writing on the other side of it where it's blank. So I will usually have like some sort of paper or something like that between my wardrobe and my right speaker there. And then the right speaker obviously just has the volume control, and that's like how I turn it on and off as well. You can see right now the green light is on, which means it's on. If I was to turn it like this, it's now off. And then also if I want to use headphones, I plug my headphones into the right speaker. But you've probably seen that in other like vlogs of mine or things like that. You've probably already seen that. It does also have like a jack, like a mini jack slot for a microphone, but it doesn't actually work, because if I wanted to like input things like that, I would need an audio interface, which are expensive. I would kind of like to have an audio interface at some point in the future, because I'm obviously like really into that kind of stuff. I'm really into sound and like sound technology, and so at some point I feel like I will have an audio interface here, but for right now I don't, because they are expensive and I don't have the money for one. But I think that is absolutely everything for this space. I think I've gone through everything. I believe that is everything for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also make sure to subscribe down below and ding the bell to be notified every single time I upload. All of my social media links will be linked down below in the description, and that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.